Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Arrakis. Today we are looking at base building and expansion in Dune Awakening, what you actually need to know about the importance of this base. So when you're looking at building a home on Arrakis, right, it's not just shelter, it is survival, it's strategy, it is power. Now, you've got a world where this sand out here can swallow you whole if you expand and build onto sand, okay? So you need to be smart about your base. You don't just build big, you build smart, guys, okay? Today we're going to dive deep into how base building and expansion works in Dune Awakening and what you need to know to thrive in this desert. So join us, guys. Okay, so the first rule of survival, or foundation of building your base, right? Build on rock. Don't ever build on sand, okay? Or open sand, that is. Why? Because sandworms are attracted to vibrations, right? They can be heard for hundreds of meters around, okay? And they will come and they will swallow up your base, guys. So as you can see here, look, we have built our base on rock, but we also expand out into the sand. Now, there's a reason for that. Our base expands out to a perimeter pretty much where we are able to get to, and we're not able to be eaten, right? So if we look at our base perimeter here, look, we can see we are literally right at the edge of our base. When you put down a subfief, you'll have a green box that encompasses your entire area that you can build in. Now, that base can be built big and tall. Okay, as you can see here, look, we are expanded all the way from the rock back here, all the way to the front here. Okay, we have got quite a large base here that you're going to need towards the end game. All right, guys. Now, one of the things I want to say about, okay, you're going to start out in Haga Basin, which is this area down here. Okay, here, just here. This is where your first base is going to be. This is your sanctuary. This is your start area. If you are then going to want to progress through the game, which everybody obviously does, and get better materials and resourcing, you're going to want to build another base. This is where the story takes you, Eastern Vermilius Gap. So you can see here, look, we have another base in this area as well. And then to get alloy and the rest of the endgame materials, you're going to want another couple of bases as well. So we've got another base here, which is sort of an ore base, okay? We then also have another base, which is up by the shield wall. So in total, there are 4 bases here. Now, you're only able to have 3 bases, not 4. So what have I done? Well, one of these is a guild base, this one here, that I'm authorized to see and go to, okay? My 3 bases are here, here, and here, okay? To start off building your base, you need a subfief, okay? Now, you can see that I already have a subfief limit. My console limit has already been reached, so I have 3 out of 3 already. So I can't actually place this down anywhere. But as you can see from here, look, wherever I place my subfief, there is going to be a square. That square is your building area. You can rotate that by holding down the left Alt and rotate your mouse wheel, your middle mouse wheel. That gives you the orientation of your base, guys. Once you place this, you're not really going to be able to change it. Okay, so make sure it is in the right location before you do that. Now you can see here on the left, look, there is a red area. This is an area where you are not allowed to build. It's a no build zone, guys. Generally means it's NPC territory and you can't build near it. Okay, and you can see that I've got my other base here. This is my outer edge of my base. All right. Key structures you're going to need inside your base: blood purifiers, fabricators, wind traps for water, and storage units. See, look, we've got a garage down here. We've got our buggy. We've got our sand bikes and some storage. And then if we come up here, we've got a full stairs leading all the way up. More stairs. And we're just going to fast forward this bit, leading us to our main deck here, where we have plenty of room for fabricators and for everything else. So we have plenty of layouts for large machines here, like a medium spice refinery. We've got a medium chemical refinery there. We've got our morgue area up here for the Fremen death still. So we go into this and have a look. So we've got our Fremen death still there, where you can put bodies and reduce all the water out of them. So you've got that area there. We've got a little nook area down here, more water systems at the back here, blood purifiers, etc. guys. So next area that we're going to talk about is expanding your territory. And as you can see, we have already expanded quite a bit here, vertically and horizontally. So when we look at our subfief here, we have down an advanced subfief, okay? We have taxes due on that. Now, normal taxes start at 4,000, okay? For every advanced or advancement in your expansion that you make, that gives you an additional 2,000 Solaris to pay for tax-wise. You can see here our Solaris on this base per cycle is 8,000 Solaris, okay? That means every 14 days we due prepared to pay 8,000 Solaris, guys, okay? Adding more to your base means you need more requirements, okay? So you actually need to have a advanced survival machine, or survival machine here. Here we go. So this one here, your survival fabricator, okay? You need this before you can actually even build one of these staking units to expand your base, all right? This is what I mean when expansion comes at a cost, guys. So a staking unit here is for horizontal staking. That basically allows you to increase your horizontal output of your base and the size of your base. You also then have vertical staking units. Now, vertical staking units do not increase your tax, funnily enough. Why do I say that? Well, taxes are due on your footprint of the base, not your verticality of the base. So you can go up as high as you want. Generally, I think it's about 50 floors, 60 floors, I think is the maximum you can go. But anytime you're going to expand out horizontally, you will incur additional 2,000 per staking unit, guys. Okay. Now, we're going to build one of these vertical staking units, just so you can see what's going on here. Alright, so we have our vertical staking unit here. So we're going to take that. Now we're going to power this machine off so we don't have more power draw than we actually need. We're going to go up to the top of our base. So you can see here, guys, look, I have my base. I don't want to extend it any more than this right now. So I've placed a beacon that I've had in my inventory. I placed it onto a flat surface because that has to happen. And then you're able to build. So right now, look, I cannot build without my subfief being extended using a vertical staking unit, which is what we're currently doing now, guys. Okay? So once this is done, we will then be able to extend above what we have here, look, guys. So right now, this green haze is the top of our unit. Okay, and this is the actual limit to where we can build right now. The minute that this deploys, we will be able to build further up. So I'm going to show you that in a second. So there we go. So that has now increased our area of build. So we can now build up all the way. I'm just doing this to show you guys so you can see how far we can now build. So we have an insufficient stability here, but you can see, look, I'm now right at the top again. So we could go up again, technically, if we really wanted to, right? We can continue going up and up and up. Now, one of the things I will show you here is with every staking unit, it costs you money and resources, guys. So I don't know if you saw that previously. So every vertical staking unit takes 12 steel ingots, and it takes 11,250 Solari. For every vertical staking, or horizontal staking unit, sorry, 12 ingots and 11,250 again. Okay, so it takes quite a lot. Now, when you first come to do this, I believe the price is actually 15,000 Solari. So you might need to make sure you have enough of that Solari if you're going to expand, right? You need to make sure you have enough of. Right, so what we've seen here is that actually, now my thought was it didn't actually increase it, but it does. So every staking unit that you deploy increases your Solaris per cycle and your taxation by 2,000, sorry. So it does not matter whether it is a vertical or a horizontal staking unit. It will increase your Solaris and tax that you need to pay by 2,000 per staking unit, guys. Okay, just make sure you're aware of that before expanding. All right, guys, so another important aspect of your base building, right, is permissions and access into your base area. Now you can see this is number 4. So we have a permission system. Whenever you access anything, there is an access level key icon here. We're currently at guild level. If I set this to owner only, that means that only I can access this shield. So anybody who comes down this way will not be able to get into this area. Okay. If I set it to co-owner, that changes it to number 2. And that means anybody that I set as co-owner can access this area. Now, with your 5 levels of permissions, guys, you have number 1 as owner, number 2 co-owner, number 3 associate, anybody who joins your guild or you mark as associate, number 4 guild, and number 5 public, guys. So whatever level you set, and this requires not just to pentashields, this it means everything, guys. So if you look at storage, for example, here, you can come into your storage, you can go general settings, and you can set what people are able to access. Okay, the same here, right? Anything, they're all able to associate for this one. Now if I come down onto this area here, the recycler, so the permissions that we've got on this is guild level, so everything has a associated permissions level to it, guys. Okay, something you need to keep in mind. Now, the subfief is something that I would either recommend setting to a number 2 or a number 1, guys. So that only yourself or the co-owners of the base can access that subfief. Alright? Now, when you expand your base out, you're going to need a lot of power and a lot of resources, guys. Power and resource flow is key to doing things like this, okay? Now, as you can see, we had a lot of power for this base. We had 900 power being generated. We had quite a lot of that from wind turbines that we have down here. We only have 2 at the moment, but we have a couple of wind traps. We also have a lot of fuel generators as well hidden away. Okay, now these wind turbines do take resource, so they have expendable commodities. So you need to have low-grade lubricant in those in order for these to operate. Okay, when they stop operating, they stop generating power. Alright, so a bit of advanced tips and a bit of future proofing then is what we need to look at now. Okay, alright, so in order to make sure you know where to plant your base, you're going to need a few things. So number 1, you're going to need a survey launcher, guys. So that survey probe launcher there is going to enable you to survey an entire area of the map. You're also then going to want survey probes. Now you can see I have one in here, but I've already surveyed the area. Why do you need these? Well, you need them to locate resources that are local to you. Okay? You need to build close to these resources so that you always have a constant flow of resources available to you. Alright? Now, these resources will change at every Coriolis storm, guys. So be aware of that. You will also want to build near a trade hub. So we have the anvil here, which we built near for this area here, look, as well. Okay, but we also then have the pinnacle just over here. Okay, so we have the pinnacle here as well. So these are areas where you're able to fast travel when you don't have your ornithopter immediately. But yeah, guys, that's the basics of where you want to be building right now. Again, you're going to want to set up multiple outposts, different purposes. Farming spice, water gathering, like PvP raids, those sort of things, you're going to want to do that. The reason why a lot of people build around the Eastern Shield Wall is because it gives you easy access into the world map and the deep desert, guys. So I can go from here straight out to here, I'll be in the world map. Alright? and that will give me instant access there. So that's why I've built up there. Down here is my base for resource gathering. So this is the main operations where we've got all our ore and everything else like that, guys. Another handy tip. Always keep a stash of emergency materials. If your base does get destroyed in a PvP zone, you'll want to rebuild it quickly. And that's where sort of modular base design comes in. We won't cover that in this video. We'll cover that in another video, guys. So this base here, as you can see, is our main base. We have not built this base with agility in mind. This is not a base that will get destroyed. Okay, this is our home base. Right, you can see in one in the distance, somebody has built an ornate base over there as well. So you can see that they have built quite a large base in the distance as well, right? That is a home base. It's not built with modularity or agility in mind. Okay, we are not in PvP zones here. Only when you go into deep desert are you in PvP zones. Alright guys, so to recap, build your base on hard ground, not sand, because you don't want to get eaten by sandworms. Make sure you build near resourcing, guys. Make sure you have all those bases built near your resources, okay? Build multiple bases, alright? And build an agile and modular base for the PvP areas, guys. Now, with all of that in mind, a few things else. Arrakis tests everything, guys. It tests your fortitude. It tests your strength, your resolve, and your ability to be able to adapt to the outgoing environment, guys, right? Your base is more than your structure. It's your legacy in the sand, which is why you can see people have built some crazy bases, some absolutely awesome bases out there. And I have to say, ours is one of them. Like, at the moment, it looks very, very nice. I love the look of our base, right? It's tall, it's got pillars, it's got certain different functional areas. There are people who've just built like massive Harkonnen bases. Oh, worm is traveling. But our base looks brilliant. Don't worry about that top bit. I'm going to delete that anyway. But yeah, guys, build smart. Expand wisely. It is your legacy. This base is your chance in the sands to do what you put your fingerprint in the sand, guys, right? People are going to see this. So make sure it's nice. Alright guys, like the video if you've liked this content. Hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. It will be amazing if we can get there. Like that, the support has been phenomenal so far. Let me know in the comments down below what you want to see about Arrakis. I will be doing weekly videos on Arrakis and how to survive, tips videos, etc, etc. Let me know in the comments down below, guys, what you want to see. Guys, that is going to do it for today. We'll see you in the next one. Stay hydrated out there and have a good day, everybody.